I wanted to share something that I saw in myself the other day, and it was a pattern that's been playing out for many years. And it really has the power to hold you hostage if you've ever experienced something like this. And what I'm talking about is this: if you watch sometimes what your mind will do, I call it the bargaining or the bargainer, or it's almost like a hostage situation with yourself, where, to give you an example, what was happening to me was I had a feeling of, I guess you call it anxiety or a little bit of tension. And right after that, I saw my thoughts jump to, okay, what kind of day do I have tomorrow? This was in the evening, so I was kind of done for the day. And immediately, thought reached out, looked to tomorrow to try and justify the stressful feeling. In other words, to give a plot to the stress that was just coming up in my body as a sensation, and to either justify it, and then very quickly the bargainer started to happen, where I looked at the appointments that I had the next day, and the voice said, oh, well, yeah, that's not too bad. You know, you've got this appointment in the morning, then you've got this time free, and then you've got this other appointment in the afternoon. So that's not so bad. But the underlying hidden message there was that thought or the mind was coming in and doling out peace and contentment or happiness based on when I was free to be happy. So those gaps in between appointments, it was basically handing me a little ticket that said, these are your little times that you're allowed to be happy. The appointments with people, well, you know, that's not going to be nice. You can stress then. But in the middle, look, you've got a little gap that you can actually be yourself and be happy. And I just had to call bullshit on that. It's been a mind habit that I've carried around for a long time. And it still appears, but now it's being seen for what it is, which is just the voice of the ego, the voice of resistance to what is. If I backed up and simply had that feeling in my stomach, what I'm calling anxiety or unease or whatever, and just sat still and allowed that feeling fully, and allowed the thoughts that came up, but without engaging, without investing any sort of belief in those thoughts, and simply let everything be exactly as it was. What I found is that when I do that, there's a beautiful transformation that happens, where it simply is felt that there's just energy moving in the body, and it ends up dissipating back into just a sense of being, a sense of, I guess, presence, you could call it. And the key thing, though, is that to not do this to get rid of the sensation in the body, and to not do this to get rid of thinking, even if the sensation is unpleasant, and even if the thinking is felt to be unpleasant. Resistance is energy. Thoughts are energy. You can't get rid of energy by investing more energy into it. So if there's a feeling of discomfort in the body, and you say you should not be here, you're just going to create more contraction and more tension in the body, because you're essentially saying, I do not allow myself to be how I am right now. There's something wrong with it, and I need it to stop for me to be happy. So again, there's a subtle sense of the bargainer coming in, even in the moment, without even going into a past or a future. So anyway, I hope that resonates with someone and is useful. Thank you.